What's going on, Quotation Nation? QuotebyLee coming at you with another Pokemon analysis for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Today we will be looking at 4 brand new Pokemon that we saw in the newest trailer. If you want to watch the trailer, then the link will be in the description as always. So we're just going to do a quick video about these Pokemon. So first up, we have right here, we have Crabrawler. He is the boxing Pokemon. Type is fighting. He's 2 feet, 15 pounds with Hyper Cutter and Iron Fist. So I am super excited about this Pokemon. I've always loved crabs, the crab type Pokemon. Kingler and Krabby are some of the coolest Pokemon ever. It sucks that they're not competitively viable at all, really. But they're like my favorite water type besides Squirtle from Generation 1. But yeah, so we've got Crabrawler. He's a new fighting type Pokemon. I definitely think he's going to have an evolution. He's going to be water fighting. So the only other water fighting type Pokemon I can think of are Poliwrath and Keldeo off the top of my head. If there's any others, let me know down in the comments below. But those are the ones that come to mind. So I definitely believe he will be a water fighting type when he evolves. He's got the Hyper Cutter, which Hyper Cutter is not very good. Doesn't really do anything. Iron Fist could definitely be used though. So we're going to read his description real quick for you. So, Crabrawler has a personality that really hates to lose, and it's driven not only to aim for a higher position than its fellows in terms of social standing, but literally to aim for a higher position in the landscape. Perhaps as a result, it's sometimes found clinging to tall people or to the walls of buildings. If you try to remove one against its will, you will be met with a sound punch. So this guy, he's competitive, and he's a scrapper. He wants to fight. Do not mess with him. Crabrawler's favorite food is berries. What kind of berry? He's got to have a favorite. Come on. It punches the trunks of trees to get the branches as a good shake to knock any ripe berries to the ground so it can feast. Mini Crabrawler may gather around a tree, but only the one that emerges victorious in battle against all the others receives the privilege of eating the ripe berries. So they all meet up, they're like boom, 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 hit that tree, get that right hook, right? And then it falls, and they start fighting, and then the one that beats them up be like, yo, this is my food now. Get up out. You ain't touching this. That's just that's crazy. These guys are scrappers. They're so competitive. They fight each other. They MMA. I'm going to be naming this guy McGregor. If you guys didn't see the McGregor-Diaz fight, spoilers, McGregor won. It was a super good fight. And then Crabrawler uses its claws to protect its face and belly while getting in close to an opponent to throw punches. So he gets in, ha! Yeah. His punches are powerful enough to split tree trunks. Okay, then why is he's just like barely knocking on it to get these berries? Why don't he just knock the whole thing down and get all of them? Crabrawler's pincers are sometimes torn off during its bouts, and they're said to be delicious. Now that's kind of crazy. So, we all know that people eat Pokemon. That's a given. But this guy, his arm, it gets like knocked off while he's fighting his buddies, and people just walk around. Yo, there's some freaking crab arm. Let's eat it. I don't know who in the Pokemon world thought of just like picking up this crab arm, but I don't know. So that is Crabrawler. So my thoughts on him, I really like the design. The little hair thing is a little stupid to me. I think they could have done something a little different there. I don't know. I definitely think he will have an evolution. I think with the water fighting type, he has some potential as competitive play, but I don't know. Maybe he'll have a hidden ability that'll be a little bit better. Iron Fist isn't bad. It's just not the best. I definitely think, I don't know, single battles I think would be better. He's probably going to get knockoff, drain punch, maybe some priority, probably gets Mach Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, those types of moves. So I could definitely see him. If he stays fighting type, that would actually probably benefit him a little more because he's not going to have the grass weakness. He's not going to have the electric weakness. But with fighting, he already has the psychic weakness. He has the fairy weakness. And so, I don't know. But that is QuotebyLee. I really do like his design, and I hope that he's good enough. I could see him being, his evolution, if he has an evolution, being low UU. Yeah, I think low UU tier would probably suit him, at least right when the game comes out. We'll have to see, though. So the next Pokemon, and we did actually, so QuotebyLee was actually the only new Pokemon. All these other ones we actually got to see in the Koro leaks, but we're going to go over them anyways. So we have Sandygast, which is the Sand Heap Pokemon. He's Ghost Ground, which is a cool typing. It's not bad. He's 1 foot 8 inches. Weight is 153 pounds. I don't think so. A foot worth of sand does not weigh 154 pounds. That's a little ridiculous. His ability is Water Compaction, which is a really cool ability, which we will be going over in a bit here. Design-wise, I actually like it a little bit. The shovel, it makes him really look like, a sandcastle type of Pokemon. But yeah, I actually do like his design. It looks very ghosty. It's not as, like, Pokemon is doing a lot of things where they're throwing ghost typing into like inanimate objects, and like, oh, it's a Pokemon now. At least it's not an ice cream cone. Okay, guys, don't be hating on this guy just because he's a ghost with sand. At least it makes more sense than an ice cream cone being able to fly or whatever, and because I think in the anime it can like float or whatever, and it uses its ice type moves. I don't know. Vanillux and Vanillite are just crap. Okay, so don't be talking crap on this if you can't appreciate it for what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So a Sandygast emerges when the grudges of Pokemon and other creatures, notice other creatures, that's kind of interesting, soak into the sand after they fall in battle. In essence, it's a possessed lump of sand. If you heedlessly grab a Sandygast shovel, you'll fall under the Pokemon's control. A Sandygast uses its power to manipulate children into gathering sand to increase the size of its body. If a Sandygast loses its shovel, it may put up a tree branch, a flag, or another item in its place. These Sandygast are wanderers in search of their own shovels. So that's kind of cool. So he's, all the grudges of Pokemon losing, all those bad feelings, it condenses into a spirit, I guess, and can turn into this. And I'm wondering if you can find Sandygast in Pokemon Sun and Moon that have a tree branch or flag instead of the shovel. That'd be really cool, I think. On the different islands, if instead of a shovel, it's got, it's got a stick or something else on each of the different islands. I think that'd be really cool. Let's go ahead and... the tunnel-like mouth of Sandygast can suck the vitality from people and Pokemon. Apparently, it's a test of courage in Alola to put your hand in a Sandygast mouth. So it can suck the vitality. That means it can suck the youth out of you, right? That's what vitality is, right? I think so. And so people are putting their arms in this thing, and that's just crazy. If this thing's sucking your soul out, this has got to be some kind of powerful Pokemon. Sandygast has the new Water Compaction ability, which is a really cool ability in my opinion. An ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With Water Compaction, its defense stat will go up by 2 stages if it's hit with a water type move. So that's pretty cool. You can switch it in. I can definitely see this Pokemon being especially defensive and physically defensive. But, give it the Assault Vest to give him more of a special increase. He gets hit by a water type, because most water type moves are special, aside from like Aqua Tail and Aqua Jet. I can't even think, Waterfall. There's not a whole lot of physical water type moves. They're mostly special, and you see most people run Scald over anything else. So I think he could definitely benefit. Send him in on something that hits him with a water type move, gets that defense boost. And then, I don't know, depends on his moveset. He could probably take out some water type Pokemon. He has the ghost typing, so Shadow Ball is going to hurt. It's just normal, but it's not resisted or anything. Maybe he can learn Thunderbolt. A lot of ghost type Pokemon, Gengar. I think Cofagrigus, I think he learns Thunderbolt. lots of different ghost type moves. Ghost type Pokemon usually can learn an electric type move. So yeah, that's Sandygast. We're going to take a look at his evolution now, which is Palisand, which is like a pun. When you say it, it's like Palisand. Sounds like pile of sand. Palisand. He is the Sand Castle Pokemon, Ghost Ground, 4 foot 3 inches, so a pretty big castle, weighing 551 pounds with the water compaction. And so Palisand controls human adults, making them build a sandcastle that provides camouflage and also raises its defensive ability. So right there, we kind of get to see that this is going to be a very defensive mon. Unlike Sandygast, if Palisand loses some of the sand from its body, it can restore itself on its own. When moving about in search of prey, the shovel on top of Palisand's head revolves. It's said the shovel could be serving as some kind of radar. So I'm wondering if he's going to have some kind of hidden ability that, revolves around that. But I don't know. Design-wise, I really do like it. Like I said, it's not the best design ever, but it's not the worst design that Pokemon's ever come out with. Yeah, it's a sandcastle. There's a bunch of sand, beaches. It's Alola. They're islands. So it kind of makes sense that they would do something like this. And overall, it doesn't look bad. The shovel looks kind of funny sticking out of the top of his head, but it's fine. I think it's cool. He's got his little eyes there, his big old mouth. These are like his arms. But yeah, I could definitely see this mon being pretty good. I don't know if he's going to be more physical or special when it comes to attacking, because I could definitely see this guy being kind of a mix. Getting Shadow Ball, Hex, Will-O-Wisp, then you throw Earthquake on him because he's got the ground type. I don't know. I could definitely see him. Maybe Shadow Punch. Maybe he'll be more physically suit. I bet he could get Knockoff too. I bet that'd be really good to get this defensive mon that also has probably a decent attack stat, and then give him Knockoff and let him just set up with something. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think of Palisand and Sandygast. And then the final Pokemon that we're going to go over just real quickly for this video is Stuffle, which is the pre-evolution of Beware. He's the flailing Pokemon. He's normal fighting, 15 pounds. He's got the fluffing Klutz, which we've already gone over in past videos, so we're just going to read this real quick. Stuffle's cute appearance and movements, plus the fluffy feel of its fur, all combine to make it super popular. This Pokemon may have a small body, but its strength is extraordinary. Receiving one of its powerful hits without being prepared for it can bring down even well-trained Pokemon. So just like Beware, this thing is supposedly really, really strong. The design is good. It's a cute little bear, little teddy bear. There's nothing too much more to say about it. Fluffy is a good ability. I like it, but I don't know. I just don't like that it gives him the fire weakness, because he's already got 3 weaknesses. He's got the fighting weakness, he has the fairy weakness, and he has the psychic weakness. And now a fire weakness if you're running Fluffy. I don't know. Seems like a lot of weaknesses for this guy. And I don't see him being as defensive, very defensive, just because he's supposedly super offensive. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. But that is going to end the video. Just a couple of our thoughts on these new Pokemon. If you like this video, go ahead, leave it with a like. If you have any thoughts and opinions of your own, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to read them, always respond. If you're new to the channel, please hit up the subscribe button for more content. I try to make a video at least every single day on the channel. We just want to grow the Quotation Nation and really kind of make a name for ourselves and just have fun with it, Once Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out, we're going to have a lot to do on the channel. It's going to be super good. We're going to be starting battles pretty soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, if you're not hydrating, you're dehydrating. Quote by Lee.